Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, Editor-N-Cheef Black Fox Newz. We got an exclusive here. I told you I was going to get y'all to some health food stores. Right now, we actually sitting with the man Prince, who's actually the owner of Kemetic Science Institute. Prince, how you doing?
Peace.
Yeah, all right, cool. This is a store I've been coming to for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Located in Charlotte, University City Boulevard area. You know what I'm saying? You can check that address down below. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you pull up. It's a lot of good product here. And a lot of good energy here too. Sometimes I just come to window shop just to, you know what I mean? As soon as you come in the door, you get a breath of that, you know what I mean, that mint scent that's in the air. I mean, I don't know what you call that, but it cleans out your system and all that as soon as you come in the door. So like, what was your vision for even creating this place? Well, I guess we could start at the beginning.
Well, this place was created through suffering. My suffering, you know, what I've been going through in my life. And instead of like taking that suffering and giving it to somebody else, I wanted to, you know, put that energy into creating something for all our people. But going through the suffering, I read and I, you know, realized that, you know, all of us are suffering. Realizing that you was just a reflection of me. And then realizing that the city didn't have anything like this that we needed. And that was the, you know, the context of bringing it, you know, through suffering and frustrations.
And you're born and raised in Charlotte, right?
I'm born and raised in Charlotte.
All right. Any specific sections you want to rep out? You know, Charlotte be, you know, they be proud about that.
I'm rep, you know, I'm saying the South Side, you know, Nations Ford Road. And definitely, you know, I spent a lot of time in Hidden Valley.
Okay. And now we over on the university side.
Absolutely.
With this beautiful place that's edified. Since you know, it's interesting because I know y'all started a few years ago. But, you know, in the past couple years, you know, we had this global pandemic that actually, you know, took the world by storm. Started in China, and now it's everywhere. We're still worried about variants of it. Did you see any change in the influx of your customers during that time? Or did you feel like everything was pretty much the same?
It was an influx of, you know, when the pandemic, well, the plandemic, first occurred, it was a lot of people coming in that was concerned about their health. And then it was people who were, you know, just returning that who've been coming in to help the entire time. And this attack has been constantly against us anyway. So when you think about this pandemic, these people have been planning and having these pandemics throughout the course of history. It's their job, you know, to keep us sick. It's very profitable. And then it's a part of population control also. So, but it has been, you know, more people waking up and being more aware of their bodies and what's going on. And like I said, this is a bookstore also.
Right, yeah.
So a lot of people are being enlightened by, you know, a lot of the books we have as far as like finding out more about themselves.
Yeah, I see it's really hitting on all three cylinders, you know, the mind, body, and soul, as far as like the things y'all tend to help and feed in here. You know what I'm saying? You got the jewelry, all types of trinkets, dream catches, crystals, but you also have, you know, the books, like you said, and then you have the teas and your herbal supplements, food supplements. Do you have any? How can I put this? Any common things that people tend to come here for? Is there like something more consistent than others?
The most consistent thing that people come in here for is for peace.
I can believe that. I pulled up for some peace a couple times.
It's for peace. It's not even for the merchandise. So we wanted to create this setting also that people would come in here and reboot and come out this spiritual, you know, this wasteland and this chaos and just have a place for peace. Most people, when you go to their home, they have an area that's an altar, but this whole entire store is an altar. So once you come in here, you know, we just want people to reboot, and we tell people all the time, you don't have to purchase anything. Just come in here and get yourself together, because that's what we're coming for. We're coming for the people who want to reclaim their bodies back, they reclaim their minds back. And, you know, some things that we speak about in here is like, in order to get the body back, you have to reclaim the mind back. So once you get the body back, then you can get the planet back. And then when you get the planet back, then you can get those babies back. And then you realize the stars and everything was yours waiting for you anyway. but going back to the place of peace. And that's what we are trying to create, a place of peace, because it's hard for us to find peace.
Okay.
They are constantly bombarding us with, with all type of stuff on a daily basis that we can't even think. We can't even get a thought out of our mind. We can't even become creative. We can't be as creative as we typically would be.
Okay, cool. I think that's wonderful what you're doing. I wonder if, so how about this? A couple games I wanted to play, you know what I'm saying? If you want to call it that, it's real stuff. But one game would be, it's a game we call Versus. Before Versus TV came out, we put, way two things against each other and actually answer them. And choose a one, right? And then other game I wanted to play, which is I think most important, which is if I were to give you an ailment or something that might be wrong with myself or a significant other, friend, or whomever, would you be able to point some things out that you think could help?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the things I would point out first and foremost is psychology.
Okay.
In order to eliminate any ailment, it has to start in the mind first.
All right. Well, what products around the store you got?
Well, starting with the book. Starting with the book first and foremost. You have to understand, you have to reclaim your mind back first to even want to get rid of any ailment.
Okay.
And then, going to the physical aspect of it, one of the most powerful things that we have is definitely the cure. We had a lot of people respond to the cure of different ailments. It's this right here, the cure, which consists of black seed oil, oregano, and CBD.
I see.
This is one of the most powerful ones that we have. And one of the things that, once you start taking it in a couple of days, you will see the difference in your skin quality. And that's the way that you know that, you're being healed is through your skin. And that's how you know that when you're sick, it's through the blemishes, through the pimples and stuff like that, because that's the bacteria that's trying to come through your skin. The same way sweat comes through your pores. That bacteria is trying to come through your pores too. This is why you have pimples in your busset. So basically that's the toxins that's inside of your body that you're busting. So when you have a clear face, then that means that your intestines are clean also. So in order to reverse any disease, then you would start with, say the colon also. And then we have another one, it's called the Galactic Colon Detox. A lot of people come in there and get this one also. And they know in order to reclaim the body back and to cure any ailment, it has to start in the gut. This goes straight to the gut. And very powerful. You'll see a difference in the skin quality also. Those are the top two, the Galactic Colon Detox and the Cure are the top two. And then we have a couple also for, the testosterone for the men. The men love this also. They come in here so they can perform, at their peak.
Yeah. On all levels,
At all levels, and like I said, we got so many. We have an herbalist that's been doing this for over 30, 40 years that create these for us, and all of these have been really successful. Even like the mucus buster for allergies, for cold, for the women, the fibroid issues. We know most of the women, they have fibroid issues.
Please highlight that for the ladies out there, because a lot of y'all got fibroids, whether y'all admit it or not.
We would say 7 out of 10 women come through here with fibroid issues.
Yeah.
And the women don't understand the fact that there's an assault against the reproductive system.
That's a fact.
And
we've proven that on this channel before.
Absolutely, the reproductive system is important to the women because they, reproduce life, and they're trying to make sure that the women are not able to reproduce life. So, and then they giving us toxins and poisons, and women also have to realize
y'all hair products too. Y'all gotta watch out for that system.
Perms, hair products, and the tampons. All these things are not natural to us. So, and then the environment, then just about 85% of the stuff that's in your household, the cleaning products, the filters in your house, the fabrics in your carpet, the pots and pans that you use, 85% of the stuff in your house, because the houses were created to be a part of, destroying us also. It's not natural for us to be inside a house. We're supposed to be outside breathing in fresh air. But the assault is real against us on a daily basis, sun up to sundown. But as far as like the women, the cellular regeneration, we do recommend the women coming here, and they will see the difference. It shrinks those the fibroids. It shrinks tumors and cancers that's inside of the women also.
Wow.
Regulates the cycle, and we have a lot of good feedback with this over the years. So the only way that you would know I can speak about this all day long is for you to try it yourself.
So let me ask you this then, because there's things that sometimes people are worried about having sicknesses and coming to places like this that aren't necessarily approved by the medical field, or, what they say is the medical field, or take products that, let's say, may not be approved by the Food and Drug Administration. That's FDA approved for y'all that don't know. Well, what would you say? What would you have to say?
Well, what I have to say about that is, it's kind of difficult for us to trust each other as a people because that's been programmed inside of us. But on the same, on the same note that you're trusting your enemy who has shown in the history books to wipe you off this planet, to destroy you through toxins and poisons. So you go to the very people who are making you sick in the first place, and then you're going to give them your money to give you something that's going to even make you sicker. We know for a fact that we are our own doctors. That's in our history. That's in the history that we are our own doctors. So if you look at it like, you drive your car all day long and you get home and you go to your neighbor's house and you ask your neighbor what's wrong with your car. That's it's equivalent to you going to the doctor and asking the doctor. These people are, they get certificates to prescribe medicines. That's why you go to the doctor most of the time. They can't tell you. All they know is to give you certain types of medicine.
Now doctors do go do 8 years of school though. They and I guess have to study like basic biology or whatever. So there is some knowledge,
It's a lot of knowledge, for the most part. But at the same time, they're not here to cure your disease. It's profitable for you to be sick. So a lot of doctors who have gotten, their certificate certified to be doctors, if they really want to help people, then they have to get out the field. Because when they really start helping people, then they lose their license.
Yeah, and I think, and just so, I have a lot of academic viewers that watch this or whatever, so, if they can't prove it, then they might feel away or whatever. But, just to back up what he's saying, I mean, y'all could go look up a lot of doctors who have been accused of like overprescribing opioids, for example, throughout the opioid epidemic. Part of why fentanyl is out on the market now and easily available in the streets is because doctors are overprescribing these things. So there's definitely proof that a lot of these doctors are just like trying to get paid to give out medicine. You know what I mean? So
and they're taking also prescription medicines. They're taking parts of nature and then they add it with other chemicals also.
That's a fact too. Yeah, it's like it's the plants that are really doing a lot of the work, and then you got some chemicals mixed inside of it that are said to enhance or whatever, but might come with their own side effects that we don't know about.
And the greatest truth to all of that, whether something is working for you or not, your body is the truth. Your body, if you pay attention to it, long enough, you will know what's working for you and what's not.
I think that.
Our ancestors used to give us, stuff that will eliminate. Matter of fact, here's the thing: you can eliminate the doctor if you just, eat the right foods. Because fruits, if you have the right minerals in your body's going to automatically fight for you anyway. But if they know that they're, giving you poison, then they're going to have a solution for you also. It's a form of Hegelian dialect. They caused the problem and they got the solution for you also.
Okay. All right. Cool. What if I knew somebody with, let's bring it more basic, because we're talking about fibroids, testosterone. What if somebody has, high blood pressure? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they come to your store, what kind of things could they expect to be shown to?
Well, first and foremost, what I would let them know is if you want to get rid of, your ailment, then you have to get rid of what caused it in the first place. And the body, all it does is just responds to being poisoned on a daily basis. So when you have all these terms called hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, those are just terms that European has given you. So those are just reactions to poison. So stop poisoning the body, and then your body will, make the effort to fight for you also. get the required minerals. If your body requires 102 minerals for you to function accordingly, that means you have to start eating the right foods, putting the right foods in your body instead of the poisons and toxins. And we have never really received the proper nutrients in our body that requires us to fight off diseases ever since we've been in our mom's womb, because they haven't been eating the right foods. So once we came out, we're still sick people, and all of us are sick people. I don't care if you're doctors or not, we're still sick, because even vegetarians and vegans, the soil has been depleted of all the minerals. So if you're growing your fruits and vegetables inside these on the farms, and the soil don't have the right minerals, then that means the plants that you're eating is not going to have the right minerals. And they've been deprived ever since the early 1900s. So unless you're growing your food 8 feet under the ground where the soil is still good, then you're not really getting the right minerals. So you have to have alternative ways, which we go to straight, like the Ecuadorian rainforest in certain places to get our herbs from there. And that way it's a lot more potent for you.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And we recommend that at this time and how sick we are as a people, it's going to take multiple herbs at one time to get us back to this point where we get our memory back, we get our eyesight back, we get our hearing back, because we've lost all those senses because we're poisoning ourselves on a daily basis.
Well, as you said that, so for the viewers out there, it's not no one-stop cure-all bottle for diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, just take this for your diabetes and that's it. I think sometimes the so-called medical industry has us thinking that that's even a possibility, even though they have all the fine print and the fast talking at the end of the infomercial to let you know it's not that. I think sometimes the style may have us thinking that there's an instant cure-all for some of these things, or a one-stop shop for it. But it's going to be a lifestyle change. Multiple plans, like he said, that actually help you. Help with different ailments and all that. So.
And they don't really recommend you to stop. Sugar's a big business. So a lot of times they don't tell you to stop, and a lot of times the people don't want to stop. So they just want to patch up, They just want to patch up the wound and continue to have these certain types of expressions where they are killing themselves with the certain types of sugar. Yeah. So they want to still live that same life, but they don't want to die. But if you really have an interest in living and prolong your life and spending this time with your babies, then you have to let it go. I don't care how addictive it is, because you have to be here with your babies. And you got to maximize the time that you have on this planet with these babies. So, you have to get rid of these things that we've been programmed to eat. We've been, actually, what it is, bro, we've been programmed to kill ourselves. And then we've been programmed to show our babies how to kill themselves. A repetitive cycle.
Chicken, liquor, ice cream, or poison water and radiation that's not seen. We got addictions to food, smoke, and nice things, and expect to be self-sufficient after we 19 and reach big ends with or without the right team. While any of the odds could get laid flat with the right beam. But earth means dirt, so life ain't gonna fight clean. Reality strikes like light.